Hello everyone, my name is Leo and with this video we will share the Guitar Gear and AI news of the last month. Let's start! First of all, Mooer has released the Mooer GE 200 Pro, which is an upgraded version of the old and glorious GE 200 and should be considered a way to enter the new line of pedalboards from Mooer, but at a lower price compared to the GE 1000 that I have reviewed in the channel. You can load 12 effect blocks in the signal chain, amp, power amp, cab, send and return blocks included, so we have therefore 7 blocks just dedicated to the effects. In terms of amps and effects, it offers 46 amp heads, 26 boutique amps, 28 preamps, 9 power amps, 54 cabinets. If you want more info about the differences between heads, boutique amps, etc., you can check out my full review of the GE 1000. In terms of effects, it offers 8 wah, 3 filters, 6 compressors, 5 phasers, 4 vibratos and tremolos, a chorus, 3 octaves and pitch effects. All these effects can be loaded in 2 blocks that are called FX-A and FX-B. Then we have 28 overdrive or distortion pedals, 3 noise gates, 6 EQs, 11 delays and 9 reverbs, with dedicated blocks. Of course, we can upload our own IRs at 2048 sample points in 20 user slots, or the profiles created with the Mooer GE Labs apps. By the way, my profiles are available in the Mooer website. Of course, there is a computer app to be used to load IRs or to customize our presets. It includes a drum machine with 70 patterns, metronomes, and a 60-second phrase looper that can be BPM synchronized, which is cool. A built-in instrument tuner, tap tempo control, and adjustable global EQ settings are integrated. Digital connectivity is another highlight, with support for Bluetooth audio playback, enabling the streaming of backing tracks to the GE 200 Pro. It offers a 3.5 inches LCD screen, 4 full switches and an expression pedal built-in. In terms of I/O, it has an external expression pedal input, a guitar input, a mono effect loop, stereo balanced and unbalanced outputs, an headphone out, a MIDI input that can be used both for MIDI in and out, and a USB-C connection. In fact, the unit can be used as a 2x2 channels audio interface at 24 bits and 44.1 kHz, unfortunately not 48. Therefore, in terms of features, it is quite a substantial upgrade versus the old GE 200, and it is pretty similar to the GE 1000. The main differences that are significant for me are the audio interface, which can reach 192 kHz in the 1000, that stays at 44.1 for the 200 Pro, the signal chain that offers more effect blocks in the 1000, 14 versus 11, and finally, I would mention the AI equalizer available only in the GE 1000. Other than that, and other micro differences, I think that this 200 Pro is pretty close to the GE 1000 in terms of features. And in fact, the price reflects it. The price is 374 euros for the standard version or 455 for the one with the lithium battery included, where the 1000 is respectively 485 and 555. So we can basically save 100 bucks with the 200 Pro compared to the GE 1000. It is a pretty good price, even if the GE 200 in the previous Mooer lineup I think was one of the cheapest options we had, where here the Pro is I think more pricey and more close to the top of the line, which is now represented by the GE 1000. Zoom has released the Zoom MS80 IR Plus, which is basically the Zoom interpretation of the Boss IR2 that I have reviewed in the channel. It offers 23 amp and cab simulations done using the Zoom technology that basically layers multiple IRs to create a more realistic virtual amp rig. We can also upload our own IRs, and it offers 5 studio effects, which are basically room simulations, and other 12 essential effects with noise gates, EQ and delays that can be stored in 80 presets. It has stereo inputs and outputs, and it can serve as an audio interface via USB-C. Via USB-C, we can send MIDI signals to the Zoom, which I think could be pretty useful in live situation, not having a physical MIDI connection. Still via USB-C connection, you can also control and customize the unit with a phone app, which is handy considering how small this unit is. The price is 199 euros or $179, which is pretty similar to the Boss IR2 that is around 200 euros. So this is an interesting unit in direct competition with the Boss IR2, the Line 6 Pod Express and the new X Amp Academy, all reviewed in the channel. And now I would like to talk about a cool new technology introduced by Neural DSP, which is called TINA. That stands for Telemetric Inductive Nodal Actuator. Now, Neural DSP explains that there is a direct connection between TINA and the delivery of the Neural DSP computer plugins to the quad cortex, even if I actually don't see the correlation. TINA, for me, in simple words, is a robot that can mechanically interact with the physical knobs of an amp. I mean, it has an array of mechanical arms connected to the physical knobs of an amp so that we can change mechanically the knobs and therefore the configuration of an amp. In this way, Neural can collect data and tones, feeding artificial intelligence algorithms. I did a video about this topic a while ago. Basically, with the profile technology, you can take a snapshot of an amp with a specific setting. Of course, when you change the knobs, you should take another snapshot, creating another profiles, as the interaction between the knobs of a tube amp is not linear. For instance, with the master volume maxed out and the gain at 1, you have a tone. If you decrease the master volume and increase the gain, you have another tone, which is not the mathematical interpolation of the gain and the master knobs, as tube amps do not react linearly. What Neural DSP does with TINA is robotically assess the entire spectrum of heavy controls range by physically connecting with those controls via actuator arms. Every control is turned with its output recorded. With enough recorded examples, typically thousands, a neural network is trained to replicate the behavior of the device for each one of these settings. TINA does the tedious part, deducing what control position need to be recorded, planning the sequence to turn the knob, and finally returning a collection of recordings with all of the related control positions annotated. By combining robotic data collection with machine learning, Neural DSP can distill the full range of amps' continuous control into a single neural network model. How cool is this? With TINA and a vast array of data collection, Neural should be able to fill the gap between the profile tech and the traditional modeling one, where profiling tech was very good at recreating an amp at a specific setting, and modeling was pretty good in recreating the different behaviors of an amp changing knobs. That's why I don't actually see the correlation between TINA and the porting of the plugins to the quad cortex. TINA should be at the basic of the future amp modeling technique of Neural DSP, both for quad cortex and their plugin, independently from the porting of the plugins themselves. But if I have understood wrongly, please let me know in the comment section below. Actually, I think TINA is a pretty cool advancement in the profiling tech and could be the holy grail of amp simulation in the coming years. Let's keep our finger crossed. And now a pretty cool AI tool that I have recently discovered, which is called Perplexity. I can already tell you that I love this tool. It is basically a search engine like Google, but much more advanced. Basically, you can search for a topic and instead of just receiving links to different websites, Perplexity provides us with a well-organized written research result that it is the fruit of the collection of multiple sources and with the sources of information clearly reported. Then we can go into details, asking further questions and therefore enriching our searches. This is a pretty cool tool both for any kind of study or research you may want to do. Let's try it out. Please tell me all the technical features of the Neural DSP quad cortex. And here you have the sources of the info and a very well organized answer, not just links like Google. You have related links for further investigation, or you can even go into more details. For instance, please tell me more about the Cortex Cloud. And here you have all the info you need. Isn't it cool? Perplexity and the announced ChatGPT search engine are going to revolutionize, in my opinion, the way we gather information from the web. These are really powerful competitors versus Google. And now I have the coolest news for this video. Leo Gibson is releasing his first EP. Some songs are already available in his channel and soon the full EP will be released, so please go and check it out.